Hi, I'm gonna make garlic scones today in my air fryer because I have free will and that's what I chose to do and try today. And if you're interested in seeing the results, stay tuned for the rest of this video and I'll let you know how they taste. The recipe I'm referencing is in the description bar. It's from a professional baker. The recipe called for buttermilk I do not have, but a substitution to buttermilk is lemon, squeezed lemon and milk. So I'm gonna squeeze lemon. I'm gonna squeeze a half tablespoon of it and then fill the rest with milk, and after leave it set. You're gonna add a half cup of milk, but like the lemon is in there, you're gonna just fill it to the half. I like to use a fork, so I'm just gonna mix it. You have to leave this react all by itself. Buttermilk substitute. These are all the ingredients you need to make the recipe. Baking soda, 1 egg. I'm adding the garlic, butter, and herbs that I have. The 4 tablespoons of butter, it's normally 8, but like I don't know how much tablespoon this is. I'm estimating this will be the less, and this has salt in it already anyway. But you'll have salt. I'm gonna add just less since I think this has salt in it from what I've used the other packet for before. And I have brown sugar open, so that's what I'm using, but normally the recipe calls for regular granulated white sugar, but I prefer use what is on hand that I have open. 2 cups of flour. If a bay leaf falls in from this flour, it is very normal. It keeps the pests away, so I have a bay leaf in there, so I tend to pop it back out if it slips, in case anyone sees like, what's that leaf in there? It's a bay leaf. It keeps pests away. After you pour this, still keep the flour on hand in case your batter is too wet later. So we're gonna do a little bit less than I thought, because like I'm doing the garlic, I don't want to be too sweet. I want to be more savory than sweet. Get your baking powder of your choice. It's 1 teaspoon and a fork. Sorry, I was out of frame. You need a half teaspoon of baking soda, 3/4 teaspoons of salt, but since I have the salt of the butter, the salt of the baking soda here with the brand I use, even though it's reduced, I'm gonna still add less, a half teaspoon instead of 3/4. I'm not doing a full thing. It's better it be less salty than too salty. You can't take out salt, you can always add. Let's mix everything in. Time to add the butter, but before that I'm taking my parchment paper before my hands are all messy. So parchment on pan, ready for when it's time for transfer. Take my unsalted butter, open it. I cut it with a fork, just like that. And like that is just make. I do not have like a pastry whited mixer like the reference video, so I'm gonna do this by hand. I want to separate them so it's a little less everywhere. Okay, let's use the fork and get it out. I'm gonna fast forward this process, or I'm just gonna show you the butter in there. I'm gonna smash it with my fork as well since there's still butter on the fork. But I hope I'm not the only one who like remixing recipes. Let me know. I love to hear about it in the comments. Okay, it's important when you do this you're not over mixing, so you still need to be like chunky. This is a good thing because you're gonna mix it again with the liquid, so I think this is not bad because you want these chunks of butter in there, so we must not over mix because I'm gonna mix it with the milk and egg as well. So I think that's enough, and I just make a mess there, so I'm stopping here. The milk definitely had enough time to do the chemical reaction. We're gonna put the egg in and mix. Just mix until it combines, and then we're gonna put all this mixture back into the dough we just did. It's very important that you mix this and immediately after put it on the parchment. This is why I prepare it on the side here to transfer. I have in the past when I done scones over mix, so I tend to rather it be not mixed enough then it be over mixed. And I leave just like a tiny bit, you see what this is, so I can brush some at the end. Like this is enough, like to brush at the end. Maybe this is maybe not enough, I don't know. Just leave a little bit so you can take a brush and brush it on. So just do that. I'm doing it like this first. I think you should do it with your hand, but I'm doing it like this first just to not over mix as fast before I transfer to my hand and can't do anything until I wash it. Choose a hand. I'm gonna choose my left so I can do anything else with the rest of it, because you don't want to over mix, but you gotta get the liquid in there combined. See how this is like coming together? Scratch it off here, and I'm gonna transfer it into the parchment paper because it's still like messy. This is what we want. So I'm filming, so I'm like trying to simplify everything. But just know it's like that. So transfer it on there. Get all the little particles left out your bowl. Remember your fork? Perfect time to bring it back to help you take off the excess off your fingers. And now you have to like flatten it a little bit. I know, I'm like, it's kind of sticky. And if you're like, I think mine is too wet, or I think mine is too dry. If it's too dry, I don't really have a fix for that. I would say add more milk, just milk a little bit, not the egg milk mixture. We'll put in the same like egg mixture you have. But if it's too wet, there you can always add flour. So you want to make it like a disc. So flatten it. You can take a knife here and like cut it. My camera turned off while I was getting the dough set on the parchment paper, and my hands were messy, so I wanted to finish what I was doing, but all you missed was me putting in a circle, separating it into 8, and also like spacing it out, so when the baking powder, all the rising agents happen in there, will go and have space to rise. So now I'm gonna use the rest of my egg wash milk concoction to just brush over, and I'm gonna put the air fryer to bake. I have a baking setting at 320, so I'm just gonna let that start for 30 minutes. I'm just letting it preheat so it goes in hot, and it gives me time to brush this. So see, this is what we got. Just a little bit, and you can brush it. Honestly, I think you should space out a little bit more than I have, but it's fine. It's just, it still won't work. You don't want it to leak. Maybe I just need a little bit more, but it's okay. Fix this more center. Show you close the end result. I have in the past put it 30 minutes and it be burnt. So I kind of want to wait for it, but I put it at a higher temperature, like same as an oven. So I'm saying that's why it did that. I'm just covering the butter pads when I see them, but it should still work. Okay, I added 2 minutes just in case. Since I had a lower temperature than what was recommended in an oven, to get closer to the 30 minutes. And this is the, oops, not me dropping it, but it's okay. Then drop on the floor. This is the end result. They do not look burned, they look tough. But I can pass a knife in it and check as well. I'm probably not gonna do that. This is my breakfast my breakfast plate here. Some strawberries and a banana. That's what it looks like. Oh, the air fryer, the shiny. They smell like, it don't smell too garlicky, so maybe if you try this, I haven't tasted it yet, you should go full garlic butter. Even add cheese if you're someone who like cheesy garlic butter too. I know here in the States I saw garlic cheddar biscuits, so maybe you can try that and tell me how it tastes if you ever did those. It smells good, so it might be a light garlic taste. I'm gonna put one on my plate and one to add jam to, or jelly, depends where you are, confiture in French, and taste test. So this is it. Me cut into one, maybe cut into this one. It's a little bit broken. I'm using one hand, so it's kind of hand. I want to do it live action so you can see it's a cook. And let's do a taste test of it without jam. Taste test of the whole wheat garlic scone. I just dropped some. To be honest, it tastes good. It needs more garlic. You should go full garlic butter. Don't be scared, because I can barely taste the garlic. It just tastes like bread with some savory note. It has an aftertaste of garlic, but it's not garlic. So if you just want like a little punch, it gives you a little different texture and flavor. So it'll be perfect with jam. It's not gonna be odd at all. Well, that's it. Thank you for watching until now. Let me know what you think of this recipe in the comments. Would you try to make scones even if they're standard ones? Let me know. And don't forget to like, don't forget to share, don't forget to hype the video. If you see that star, like it. If you don't, and take care. Bye. See you in the next video that YouTube recommends after this one for my channel. Bye.